Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you may be in the world, and welcome to Road Atlanta, where the One Line Racing Center Circus has settled down for Community Cup number 8. My name is Dan Paples, and I'll be guiding you through all the action of Community Cup number 8. We are with the BMW M4 GT4 G82, the newer model, Road Atlanta, and what a track this is. A proper roller coaster, this track. And total, the Road Atlanta circuit has got 12 turns, but obviously the corners that everyone is looking forward to is the S's. Up the hill, turn 1, we're following Carson Hargrove, who sets the provisional pole position time. We're seeing some familiar faces as well. Up the hill into turn 3. Tricky to see your apex point. Now we send it down the hill, all flat, all the way down the hill. Putting it in nicely into turn 5, experiencing a lot of understeer. As soon as you come out of that compression on the apex of turn 5, then into turn 6 and turn 7. Turn 7 is a lot tighter than you actually think it is. You have to slow down a lot more than what you feel like is necessary, and that might be a little bit too much from Carson Hargrove. Yes, indeed. Decides to warm up the tires a little further. Then there's a corner here on the end of the straight as well, turn 9. Which leads into turn 10A and turn 10B, the chicane on the back straight. Joey Dom has put in a lap good enough for P2. But we have some familiar faces in here. Joey Dom is with us. Anthony Wen, our October Radical SR3 League champion. He's freshly off that championship. And he's already back onto the Community Cup. Then we have Jay Craig with us. Andrew Berrien, who's with us as well. At the moment, he's in P10 on the 127.7. Looking at all the people that have been able to qualify. It was Joey Dom, Anthony Wen, Carson Hargrove, Jay Craig, Stefan Waller, AJ Masek, Daniel Gotch, Alex Uranza, and Miranda Burnett. They were the top 10. The only driver from that pair that I can't see is AJ Masek, so that means that Ishfaq Azam, who qualified himself in 11th, is able to step in. Andrew Berrien also able to step in for, well, one of our own, Donny, who qualified in first. No, that's a bit wide for Anthony Wen, struggling here. About 5 minutes left in this qualifying session. To set the grid for the race. Carson Hargrove, he at the moment has that provisional pole position. Bit of an early turn in for turn 1. Corner where if you brake too hard, you have a lot of understeer. In a corner where if you don't brake enough, you won't have any turn in either. So you have to be very precise on the inputs. This so far looks like a good lap from Carson Hargrove. Yeah, this looks like a hooked up lap from Carson. Let's see if we can stay on board. This is now coming up to the complex that I talked about earlier, 10A and 10B. Going into 11 and 12. It's just, what a circuit this is. Using all of the curb to open up the corner. Look at that. An okay exit, bit of an oversteer moment. Opening up turn 12. Through he goes. Over the line. Does he improve his time? Well, he needs to. Because Joey Dom has just taken the provisional pole position away from him. He stays on a 124.868. Anthony Wen, what can he do? He's on a 25.258 at the moment. Needs to find 0.4 of a second at the minute to jump up into provisional pole. Anthony Wen, our October Radical SR3 champion, across the line. What can he do? Stays on a 125.258. Joey Dom, provisional pole sitter at the minute. Can he go any faster than what he's done before? No, he stays on a 124.818 as well. Daniel Gotch. Coming out of turn 1 there, you see there's that understeer. Once you get onto the grass, there's no holding it. Well, Daniel reset, just waiting for lapping cars to pass so he's not in the way. Alex Uranza, here he comes across the line. In 7th on a 26.7 or 2.75, it goes to a 26.023. And with that, improves to 6th position. There's more in there for Alex as well. Half a second to gain, and you're in the top 4. And you're ahead of Jay Craig, and he's no slouch either. He's a familiar face on the One Line Racing Center. Brake discs lighting up. Carson Hargrove needs to improve. This looks like a hooked up lap once again from Carson Hargrove. A little bit wide of the apex in turn 7. Bit too much speed in. Let's see, he might be able to do one more lap after this one. For Carson Hargrove on for his maiden pole until Joey Dom snatched it away from him. Has some time to take it back though. A little bit wide of the apex of 10B as well. This is not the lap that he's been hoping for. Can he improve on a 124.868 at the minute? Needs half a tenth to find an improvement. But he doesn't. This is his last opportunity. Can he find the time he needs? It's all or nothing. Anthony Wen needs 0.4 of a second. The 88 across the line in the M4 GT4 G82. Anthony Wen, can he improve when he needs it? He can, but not enough to take a position. Puts himself in third. Joey Dom across the line, can improve, puts that benchmark a little further away for Hargrove to take it away from him. Stefan Waller, he's reset. Ishfaq Azam has come across the line, he's finished. He's in P9. Muyanda Burnett, can he take it away from Ishfaq Azam? Can he go up? There might have been track limits. Surely it has been track limits. Stays on a 126.845. Carson Hargrove, can he improve? 124.868 needs a 124.712 to take it away from Joey Dom. Last opportunity and he won't get it. Qualifying with that comes to an end. And it's Joey Dom who puts it on pole. Carson Hargrove in second and Ananti Wen in P3. Once again, he's up there and he's being consistent. All right, cars are lining up. Getting ready for the race. The grid is as follows. Joey Dom on the pole. Carson Hargrove on P2. Anthony Wen, P3. Jay Craig on P4. Nothing special at the front. The usual suspects. Then it's Koch in P5. Then Uranza in 6th. Waller 7th. Andrew Berrien in 8th. Ishfaq Azam in 9th. And then Burnett in 10th. Miranda Burnett in P10, last on the grid. Got a minute left until the race gets underway. 30 minutes of racing. And that's it. 30 minutes to decide your fate on a track that allows such good racing. All 10 of our gladiators are lined up on circuit. It's just waiting for that clock to run down. All right, here we go. The 6 red lights are on your screen. When they go out, we're racing. And that's now, it's green, green, green. Joey Dom leads us from the pole. Then it's Anthony Wen with a good start over Carson Hargrove, who has a stinker of a start. Jay Greg pulling alongside him already, going around the outside of turn 1. He's going to lose 2, maybe 3 positions on this opening lap. Is Carson Hargrove manages to get that position back. Damage limitation from Carson. Greg stays behind him. Koch gains that position on Ishwagazam for 5th and 6th. At the front of the field, already 1.2 second gap from Joey Dom to Anthony Wen. Stefan Waller in 8th. He's right behind Alex Uranza. Carson Hargrove already defending. No attacking Jay Greg. Jay Greg or Anthony Wen comes back on the inside, excuse me. Can't quite manage to get back past him, but that has lost them heaps of time, and the gap already up to 2.3 seconds at the front of the field. Anthony Wen looking to close up on Carson Hargrove. Closing up a little too quickly, going into the apex of 10A. Therefore losing time to the apex of 10B and the exit of it. Jay Craig watching it from a distance, front row seats, half a second back on the 2 fighting ahead of him. Anthony Wen, after his championship victory in the Radical SR3s, with some newborn confidence, with a championship behind him now, surely must be more confident than ever to try and take this away from Carson Hargrove ahead of him. It's not going to be easy, that's going to be for sure. 2.6 seconds at the front of the field. Carson Hargrove has his work cut out for him. Will try to eat into that lead slowly but surely. Anthony Wen dropping back a bit from Carson Hargrove, who's putting in some personal best and overall race lap times. 2.2 seconds the gap from Anthony Wen to Carson Hargrove. Jay Grigg looks quicker than Anthony Wen at the minute. Jay Grigg, 4/10 is the gap. This is the closest battle we have on track. On board now with Jay Grigg. This is a great camera angle. All flat this bit, no lifting involved. Car gets a bit heavy. Left front heavy when you go down that hill into the right-hander. But the drivers will be able to deal with that. A bit of an oversteer moment for Jay Craig, that won't help him. Does gain time on Anthony Wen, just more confident on the entry of 7. And that takes him all the way through to the exit of it. Slipstream on this long back straight now. Look how much that toe is working for Jay Craig. Will he try a move into 10A? Anthony Wen goes defensive once again. Jay Craig has to look around the outside. That's never going to work. You could try and make Anthony Wen run deep into 10A, setting him up badly for 10B. Then you can do a cutback on the exit of 10B, but not quite close enough this time round. Jay Craig did try it, but all the while that's opening up the gap to Carson Hargrove at the front. Joey Dom has been able to pull a gap of 3 seconds now almost to Carson Hargrove. Just had to find his groove at the start of this race, did Joey Dom. 5 minutes of the 30 completed. Let's have a little quick run through the order. It's Joy Dom leading the way ahead of Carson Hargrove. Then it's Anthony Wen in P3, Jake Greg in P4, Ishfaq Azam in P5, and then it's Daniel Gutsch in P6. Then it's Stefan Waller in P7. P8, it's Muyenda Burnett. Then Andrew Berrien in P9. This is the battle for P80. Andrew, or he's right behind Burnett. Muyenda Burnett has his hands full with Andrew Berrien. And then at the back of the field, it's Uranza. Alex Uranza rounding off the top 10 here. That's how things are looking 5 minutes into this race. A lot can still change. Daniel Gutsch is right behind Ishfaq Azam. How long is this going to last for? Losing some time on the exit of 3. Getting it all back down the hill though. This is allowing Waller behind to catch up as well. Waller qualified this race in 5th. So you can consider him out of position at the moment. Two-tenths of a second now for Daniel Gutsch to Ishfaq Azam. Tries the inside for 9. That's going to set him up to the outside at 10. He's going to have to squeeze and make that corner as tight as possible for Ishfaq Azam, but he gets through even before they get to the braking zone, but that's because he overshoots the corner. He's stuck on the apex of 10B. That slows down Waller as well, who's just gotten past Burnett and Andrew Berrien. But Daniel Gutsch, instead of gaining a position, might be on the verge of losing 2. Look at that. Waller and Burnett both on the back of him. Waller will feel the pressure from Burnett. Burnett trying to make his way around the outside of 1, going to the inside of 2 now. He will have the outside for 3. Burnett doesn't manage to make his way past Waller, stays ahead. Oh, look at the line from Muyenda Burnett. Good exit out of 6. Or out of 5, sorry. Going into 6, could try something. The BMW had throwing flames. But this is a great battle a little bit further back in the field. This battle is all for P5. Currently in the hands of Ishfaq Azam, who's 7 seconds back on Jay Greg, who himself is only a second back on Anthony Wen still. Battle for second place is heating up though. 1.8 seconds. That's contact between Stefan Waller and Daniel Gutsch. And that's going to break up that group. That's going to allow Ishfaq Azam to get a bit of a gap now. That's clumsy from Stefan Waller. Makes contact with Daniel Gutsch. Allows Burnett through to take P6. And slows Andrew Berrien down, who's in P9. Or who was in P9 and P8 now. Daniel Gutsch, with that contact, with that spin, drops to P9. But surely won't be happy with that. Was on the verge of closing the gap to Ishfaq Azam in 5th. But instead, he's been taken out of that battle. Jay Greg still 1.2 seconds back over his steer on the exit of 7, fighting the car. Car not listening to Jake for the moment. See if he can resolve that throughout this race. He's not only pushing himself, but Anthony Wen into some mistakes as well. Coming up to 20 minutes, or to 10 minutes completed, 20 to go. Yeah, J. Craig staying at about a second gap, but both of them are making inroads on Carson Hargrove. This is the battle for P7. Andrew Berrien in the 92 making his way around the outside of Stefan Waller, and he's made that move stick. Take a bow. Andrew Berrien sends it to the outside of 6, makes his way past, and can now chase down Miranda Burnett in P6. Himself got about a 2.2 second margin to Ishfaq Azam. They're all trying to catch up to Azam, but they're not quite making it yet. Too much fighting going on behind him. Stefan Waller still trying to make his way back past Berrien. Won't be happy that he's been passed by Andrew, but you can't be mad if the driver pulls off a move like that. Daniel Gotch has found himself back into this battle. Waller might be on the verge of losing another position instead of gaining one. Andrew Berrien in front goes wide though, coming out of 3. That's going to open up the gap. Look how much that slows Waller down. Daniel Gotch catches right back up to him. On the exit of 5 now. Good exit for O'Daniel. Oh, a bit of a slide for Daniel Gotch on the exit is 7. That's gonna slow him down along this long flat out back straight. He's gonna lose time all the way down the straight now. And the gap already isn't that much. Burnett has caught up to 1.2 seconds on Ishfaq Azam. So that's going to be a battle soon as well. We stay with this three-way fight between Berrien, Waller and Gotch. Gotch arguably the one to lose out. He has the bit between his teeth. Wants to overtake. Andrew Berrien isn't done with his fight with Waller either. Daniel decides to stick behind. But Stefan Waller back up into 7th now. Andrew Berrien setting him up on the exit. Can he do what he did 2 laps ago as well? Can he try and move around the outside? The answer is no, he's too far back, I think. Yeah, he's not able to go for any moves yet. But Daniel Gotch isn't either. Oh, now he is though. Mistake from Andrew Berrien, who was up in P7 just a few moments ago. Finds himself in P9 now. That's how quick it can go. As soon as you lose some concentration, Burnett is caught up to Azam. Miranda is arguably the quicker of the two. He caught up about 2 seconds on him. Now has the benefit of a toe as well. And the Burnett. Closing to 4.3 now. Putting the pressure on Ishfaq Azam. And is he going to take the first opportunity he's going to get? Berrien gets back past Gotch. That's something I didn't expect. These two slowing each other down. Snap from God. She's going to go all the way wide out of 5. Meanwhile, further up the road, Burnett catching all the way up to Azam. Almost running into the back of him into 6. Needs a good exit now, doesn't get it. Leaves a lot of room on the exit. Two battles within a second at the minute. Might become 3 soon because Anthony Wen and Jay Grigg are still at 1.2, 1.3, 1.1 seconds. Meanwhile, Gotch is catching up to the back of Andrew Berry, and look at the exit he got. That's what I meant. 2 different lines focusing on the exit of 10B more. There's a car off here as well. Was that Waller who lost a bit of time? I think it was, to Burnett. If Burnett and Azam keep fighting like they are at the moment, it might allow these two to catch up. We might get a 5-way fight as well. Daniel Gotch has to get past now. Berrien ahead is making mistakes. He's losing them both time. This is so frustrating if you're the 8 of Daniel Gotch right now. But you've done this to yourself. Was ahead of him. And I wasn't able to keep it. He's going for it down the inside of 6. Both drivers respect for each other. He has to slot him behind. Doesn't take the exit speed through. Now the exit speed out of 7. That's a good one. This is going to give him the run now into 10A and 10B. Takes the inside for 9. And it'll become the outside for 10A. Can he carry it round? They'll give him the inside for 10B. Once again, Daniel Gotch goes deep. He's accustomed to this now. Swooping round the outside, though, is Andrew Berrien, who keeps that 8th position. Oh, but he goes wide, following on. And now this is Daniel Gotch's moment. He has to be decisive now, has to make his way past, and he does. 7.1 seconds is what the gap has opened up to. And to give you an example, that was 4 seconds just 2 laps ago. Stefan Waller got up to the back of Burnett, who still hasn't been able to pass Isfak Azam. He's going to feel the pressure of Waller behind. Might try something crazy here. Can't try something crazy because Azam is defending perfectly. The inside of 7 is just a little bit too tight and made Azam look in his mirror, though. The exit for Burnett now. That's all he needs down this long back straight. We end up Burnett going forward on the inside to try and replace Isfak Azam, who's at that 5th position for so long in this race. He doesn't allow him any room, barges his way past, but we have a change for 5th position. And it's Muyenda Burnett qualifying in 9th, up into 5th. Stefan Waller qualifying in 5th, down to 7th. Isfak Azam qualifying in 10th. He's up into 6th. But the guys behind are catching up, 5.5 only now. For Daniel Gotch at least. A little over 10 minutes to go now. At the front of the field though, Joey Dom has been magnificent so far. No one has been able to get even near close to him. Even Carson Hargrove hasn't been able to get close to him. 6.3 seconds off, 2.6 behind Anthony Wen is Jay Grigg. Then it's Burnett 20 seconds back. We have seen the field divided in almost 2 groups here today. Top 4 just a little bit too quick for everyone behind that. chicane's going to bring some drama on the latter stages of this race. Underneath the Fox Factory Bridge. Still on board with Stefan Waller. Looking at Azam and Bernard ahead. Looking to the inside of Azam. Not able to make his way past, but Ishfaq. Making mistakes is never ideal. He's losing touch with Muyenda Bernard up front. Stefan Waller finding himself in 7th now behind Azam. With a better exit out of 7. Is able to pull off a move. He's going to pull alongside Azam. The man who was 5th a moment ago is about to lose P6. And that's deep. No, it isn't. That's a great 10A and 10B for Ishfaq Azam. Look what he gained on Bernard as well. That was a proper lick to stamp and send it from Azam. But afterwards, the exit isn't great. And allows Stefan Waller to put alongside the Warsteiner sponsoring on the right-hand side door mirror. Or on the right-hand side door, it goes past our mirrors. But we're not quite able to keep the position. So we're going to have to try again. Stefan Waller must be getting frustrated now. This is losing both of them time. This is allowing Daniel Gotch to catch back up. He'll be happy, he'll say, 5 more lads. I need you to fight. Oh, a bit deep for Azam. That's going to allow Stefan Waller to get the traction, to get the exit, to get ahead of him. But not quite yet. Azam has the benefit of the slipstream of Bernard. Just a little. And that's going to make the difference inside for turn 9 for Stefan Waller. He's going to run it around the outside. Yeah, look at the different lines. Look at the exit from Stefan Waller. This is what he needs. When is he going to put his car up his insides of Azam? Surely not now. No, indeed, he doesn't. Probably a smart decision. Taking his time. All the while, Daniel Gotch behind is catching up. 3.3 seconds the gap. Gaps at the front have opened up as well. Anthony Wen 5.5 behind Carson Hargrove, who himself is 6.3 behind the race leader Joey Dom. And then Jay Craig also 5 seconds behind Anthony Wen in P4. And Bernard is 21 seconds back on Jay Craig in 4th. Azam in 6th is getting closer to Bernard again. But I have a feeling that Stefan Waller, with the pressure he's putting on Azam, really wants to get past it. It doesn't seem like Stefan Waller has the straight line speed he needs to get past the BMW head. Is gaining now at the end of the straight. Looks to the inside this time of Ishfaq Azam. Is this the time that he can pull off a move? There's almost contact between the two. The switch back from Stefan Waller. And once again, Ishfaq Azam comes out ahead. Might be challenged into 12. That's not a corner where you really want to go side by side through. And they don't. Stefan Waller, though, making his intentions very clear. Looking to the inside of turn 1 once again. Almost putting alongside room allowed from Azam. And Stefan Waller doesn't need that invitation twice. He will turn up at the first time of asking. Less than 5 minutes remaining in this race. Joey Dom still with what has been quite a boring race for him at the front of the field. Here comes Waller now. If he wants a P5, he needs to be quick. Watch is also catching up, only 1.3 seconds back on these two. And he's quick. Stefan Waller feeling the pressure from Koch behind. Looking for a pass on Azam now. Oh, the spin from Stefan Waller. The spin, the self-spin from Stefan Waller. That's going to take him completely out of contention. He might even lose P8 here. Uranza with his car already up to speed. He's going to have to brake going down the mountain. Going to try and make his way around the outside. It'll become the inside for 5. RG barges his way through. But Uranza has to stick behind. And after that mistake from Stefan Waller, he's down into 8th. Under pressure from Uranza in 9th now. That has allowed Koch to get a free position, is second only now to Azam. And 2.9 only to Burnett in P5. Might still get there. Alex Uranza can't quite get there either. I'm interested in the battle between Koch and Azam indeed. 9/10 of a second. No white flag to be seen so far. At least one more lap after this one. At least. Not quite sure where our race leader is at the minute. But I have a feel, oh, here he is, Joey Dom. He's already on the back straight. We might have another 2 laps here, you know. It's gonna be close. 125 they're running. No, this is gonna be a close one. Joey Dom, he might give him 2 more laps. He might give Koch 2 more laps to try and do something on Azam and maybe close down to Burnett. He will. Coming across the line with 135. White flag won't be out. Carson Hargrove 9 seconds back. It's been a dominant display from Joey Dom so far. Daniel Koch 3/10 back. If he's quick with his move, he might be able to close up to Azam in front. And he knows it. He knows it. Look at the slipstream doing its work. Swerving left to right is Azam. Allows him the inside. Brakes late. Latest of the latest breakers. Is that too late? Yes, it is. The cutback for Koch. The inside for 11. They're going to go side by side at the 12. This doesn't work, boys. Give each other room. They do. Koch gives Azam room. Azam gives Koch room at the end. Koch comes outwards. The inside now for turn 1. This is losing him heaps of time, and it looks like it's going to be too little too late for him to take anything but P6. Daniel Koch tried his absolute best. Tried to make his way up the inside at 12, but you can't pull that move off. Had to give Azam room on the outside. Had to give him racing room. And, well, at the end of the day, Koch has to slot back in behind Azam. Now then, maybe going into 6. Has got the run out of 5. The inside for 6 finally gets past this time round. The question is, can he keep it? White flag is out this time round for these guys. Joey Dom is on the last lap. These guys will have a lap and a half to go still. Azam comes back on Gotch. Gotch won't have this. He'll brake late this time around. He'll have the inside. He'll dictate the corner. Azam round the outside. If he can pull this off, that's a miracle of a move. Once again, he does the same. Squeezes Gotch to the inside. He won't give him much room. There's contact again. Can he keep it on the track? The answer is yes, but goodness me, Azam racing with his elbows out. And that might well be it for the battle for 6th. But there hasn't been a battle for 1st. It's been lights the flag. It's been a dominant display from Joey Dom. He will come across the line to take his victory. 22 laps completed. Road Atlanta, Joey Dom's the king. Finishes ahead of Carson Hargrove, who tried his absolute best to catch up, but 7.8 seconds is the gap at the end. Anthony Wen, our SR3 champion, finishes in 3rd. Jay Grigg tried everything to catch back up to him. Gap in the end, 2.1 seconds between those two. They were just a bit too quick for Muyenda Burnett. Qualified for this event in 9th. Is going to finish in P5. Far outweighing the expectations that we had before this event for him. And that shows you, it's not speed that's everything. Consistency wins you races and gets you positions. Isfaq Azam, after contact with Gotch, will finish in P6, racing with his elbows out. Gotch, after having a spin, will finish P7. Waller will finish P8. Uranza in 9th. And bless him, Andrew Berrien coming round to finish off this race in P10. On the lead lap though, crucially, after 30 minutes of racing, he's 1 minute and 19 seconds behind. Doing a reverse entry onto the start-finish straight, but Joey Dom is your race winner at Road Atlanta. He wins Community Cup number 8. Well, that's been it for Community Cup number 8 here at Road Atlanta. It's been a